it's easy to get caught in your head, second guess, all that kind of stuff. So how can you be confident and make a wise decision?
And we're not talking about like, should I choose Life cereal or Cheerios?
Right, because it's obvious.
You always go with
Life.
Cheerios, especially if they're Honey Nut.
Hey guys, we are Chris and Megan Rhea from NoSmallLife.me, and today we are bringing you a little something on how to make the right decision, because how many times in adultinghood do we have to make so many decisions every single day?
Big
Huge decisions,
really.
Little decisions. It's easy to get caught in your head, second guess, all that kind of stuff. So how can you be confident and make a wise decision?
And we're not talking about like, should I choose Life cereal or Cheerios?
Right, because it's obvious.
You always go with
Life.
Cheerios, especially if they're Honey Nut. Anyway, what we're saying, we're not talking about those kinds of little decisions. We're talking about the big decisions, the big life decisions. Should I marry this person? Should I move? Should I switch jobs? Should I move out of state?
Right.
What do we want to do with the rest of our lives? These big decisions.
Yeah.
And a lot of these decisions can paralyze people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
The fear of making the wrong choice,
Right.
anxiety after you make a decision.
Right.
So how do you make the right decision? How do you make the right choice? Well, today I want to give you 3 principles, 3 practical tools I use to make the right decision, because I'll be honest, I was the king at second guessing myself.
Yeah.
Trying to make a decision and then overthinking it, regretting it, thinking I made the wrong decision. But I've learned a few tricks now in how to be confident in the decision that we make together, that I make on my own and sometimes. And so we got these 3 practical steps.
And we are all about saying, hey, we did this wrong a couple of times and we sort of figured out what works. Let us share that with you.
So number one. First one, it's stay plugged into God.
And we know this could sound churchy, basic, but you know what? When you're in the thick of something, how many times do we just forget the simple, basic things?
Yes, because God is wise. And we have the creator of the world leading and guiding our lives.
That's right.
And he gave us the Bible, he gave us his word, and we can look and find wisdom there. We have access to just prayer and worship, and we can actually get God's heart on something. If we spend time with him, he'll lead us, he'll guide us by his Spirit, and it's a lot easier to make a decision when you find yourself coming from that place of prayer, being led by the Spirit. It makes a huge difference. So that's the first one. Stay plugged into God. I know it's a little churchy, I know it's something that might seem obvious, but it's a really important one.
Yeah, and having that peace versus the constant turmoil of anxiety is definitely worth it. So that brings us to our second point, which is
surround yourself with wise counsel.
Yes.
The Bible says he who walks with the wise becomes wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm.
Yeah.
And it's so true. So what Megan and I like to do is we like to surround ourselves with wise people in different kind of avenues of life. We have people that we go to for financial advice.
Right.
People we go to for business advice. People we go to for ministry advice.
Right.
People we go to for marriage advice.
There's not like a perfect guru out there that has all the aspects of their life together, right? But usually that you have a person in your life that you're like, man, I admire this about them. I really look up to this aspect of their life. That can be the person that speaks into your life. They don't have to speak into every single area, but having several different voices that you listen to on certain topics where you're like, you have success there, you're doing well there, weigh in on this for me. And then that doesn't need to be the final say, because obviously there's 3 points here, right? But let their wisdom kind of weigh into the making of your decision.
Yeah, because a lot of times they don't see the blind spots in your thinking, and they can look at it from a different vantage point, and they're not as emotionally connected to the decision.
Oh my gosh, how big is that, right? Yeah.
So they can kind of separate it and just give you the best choice, and then weigh it with a couple other things and decide if that's what you want to do. But it's really important to surround yourself with some wise people in your life.
Oh my gosh, it's necessary. And that kind of brings us to the third and final, and something that you alluded to that we know oh so well, part is
don't second guess your decision. Once you made that decision, walk in it.
Yep.
Move forward.
Be confident.
The old life is gone. The new life, the new decision you made, embrace it and just move forward, because a lot of times what we do is we look back. And we say, oh my goodness, I made the wrong call. Life was so good. And we look back with rose-colored glasses and forget about all the turmoil we used to have and the reason we made a new decision in the first place. I see it all the time. People, they'll switch jobs. And they'll say they switch jobs because they hated their job before. They literally hated it.
But then you forget that in all the, angst of making the decision. You're like, maybe it wasn't so bad. No, it was. You hated it. So just keep going. Keep going.
So you look back and you look at all the good parts, but you forget the reasons why you were making a new decision in the first place.
Right.
A double-minded man is unstable in all he or she does. It's time to move forward. Once you make that decision, be confident that that old life, it's gone. The new life, that I'm going to make this the best I can make it moving forward right now, because you never know, if you didn't make this new decision, what that old decision, what that would have done.
Yeah.
And the sea of what if questions and always second guessing just creates anxiety. It makes you depressed. It can create fear and panic in your life. And we don't need that in our lives.
No, and like you said, we know this area firsthand. When we sold our house a couple of years ago, both of us, you especially, walked through just a lot of turmoil, but one of our mentors graciously said to me, to Chris, that it set both of us free.
It did. He said, even if you make a mistake, even if you made a mistake, God's always redeeming our mistakes. He's that good.
He's that good.
So you're not always going to make the perfect choice.
No.
But the fact is, that's life. And God's redeeming it, and He's got you, and you keep moving forward, and you just keep going in the new choice that you made.
Don't beat yourself up. Just know that there's enough grace for that decision that you made, and walk confidently forward. So that's it.
That's it. Thanks for listening today. Want to just invite you to subscribe to our channel, or like this, or share it with someone who needs it.
Yeah, we're going to be bringing you guys more stuff every week, so keep a lookout for that, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, YouTube.